All right, so you want to know about precision mechanics.
Seems like you've been hitting RoleCatcher pretty hard.
You've been digging into the guides and the interview prep, even looking at that AI stuff.
That's dedication.
Well, today we're going to do a deep dive into, well, into all of it.
We're going to go way past the basics here.
If you're serious about this as a career path,
We'll find out.
this is the information you need.
Let's do it.
So when we say precision mechanic, what are we even talking about?
It's all about crafting those intricate metal components, you know?
Okay.
The hidden parts that make complex machines work.
Right.
Think aerospace, tiny parts, insane forces, high altitudes, or even like the medical field. A tiny gear in a pacemaker. That's life or death precision.
Yeah, no pressure then.
Right.
So much riding on these little parts.
Exactly.
The sources mention things like milling and drilling and grinding.
The core stuff.
Makes sense. But what's the actual day-to-day look like? Where do they actually work?
Picture a manufacturing plant or a machine shop.
Okay. Some days it's pristine, high-tech. Other days, a little rough around the edges. But always buzzing.
I bet. And forget the suit and tie, more like safety gear all the way, right?
Oh yeah, safety first.
Yeah,
This isn't your typical office job.
definitely not.
Yeah.
But it's not a solitary job either, right? I mean, you're not just off on your own all day.
True, you're working with engineers, designers, quality control. It's a team effort.
And what you do impacts the final product.
100%.
Yeah.
Every tiny detail matters.
So we're talking skilled trades, hands-on work, industries that really matter.
It's a crucial role.
But things are changing. Technology is always moving. RoleCatcher mentions automation, digitalization.
Sure.
Even 3D printing's getting involved. So do you have to be like a tech genius now to be a precision mechanic?
It's evolving, that's for sure. But think of it this way.
Great.
3D printing, right?
Yeah.
It lets us make these super complex parts.
Parts that would have been impossible before.
Or insanely expensive.
Yeah.
But someone's got to program those printers. Someone who understands the materials, the precision needed. So it's not about being replaced by the tech. It's about working with it.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
And you become even more valuable with those skills.
Okay, so instead of being intimidated, look at it as an opportunity.
That's the spirit. Always be learning.
So this isn't like your grandpa's factory job,
Not anymore. You've got to stay on top of your game.
which means, what? The demand for this kind of work is going to keep growing.
Especially in those cutting-edge industries.
Like the ones we talked about. Aerospace, medical,
They need people who can adapt and embrace these advancements.
and RoleCatcher even mentions those professional organizations, right? To help you stay updated.
Yeah, networking, learning new tech.
It's like a built-in support system for your career.
It can be. You're not alone in this.
So it's not about becoming a tech expert overnight. It's about,
Having that drive to learn.
got it. Okay, that's good to know.
Passion goes a long way.
So we've talked about what they do, where they work, how technology plays a role.
We're getting there.
But let's be honest. Let's talk about the pros and cons.
The good and the maybe not so good.
Exactly. RoleCatcher keeps it real. So what are some of the upsides of this career path? All right, spill the beans. What are the upsides of becoming a precision mechanic?
Well, RoleCatcher paints a pretty positive picture. First off, high demand,
Good to hear.
which usually means good job security,
Right. Makes sense.
knowing your skills are needed out there.
Yeah, nobody wants to be stuck in a dying field, right?
Exactly. And then there's the salary potential. We're talking competitive median salary, often even higher depending on experience, specializations.
So the money's good.
The money's definitely there, especially as you move up.
Okay, so good job security, solid earning potential.
Mhm.
What else? There's got to be more to it than that.
Right. It's not all about the paycheck, although that's nice, right? But with this work, you're creating something tangible. You see the direct impact of your precision.
That's cool.
That hands-on aspect, it's
Yeah.
really rewarding for a lot of people.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that you made this thing,
That it's part of something bigger.
yeah, like it wouldn't exist without you.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's flip the coin for a second.
Sure.
What about the challenges? RoleCatcher keeps it real, right?
Oh, yeah. They don't sugarcoat it.
What are some of the downsides they mention?
Well, they're upfront about the physical demands. It's not a desk job.
Right.
You're on your feet, you're moving around, often working with heavy machinery.
So you gotta be strong.
It helps. Plus, you're often dealing with, well, potential hazards. Sometimes.
Like what?
Certain materials, certain environments, that's why the safety gear is non-negotiable.
Right, it's not all gleaming labs and robots.
Sometimes it's a little grittier than that.
So physical demands, potential hazards, what else?
And, like we talked about, keeping those skills sharp, it's essential.
Because technology is always changing.
Technology waits for no one.
True that.
But instead of seeing those as downsides, Think of them as challenges to overcome, opportunities for growth.
I like that.
If you enjoy working with your hands, if you love the details, if you thrive on continuously learning,
Yeah.
these challenges, they can be incredibly rewarding.
It's all about perspective, right?
Exactly. Your mindset makes all the difference.
So we're talking about more than just a job here. It's a career. And it sounds like there's some serious growth potential.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of which, RoleCatcher mentions specializations within the field.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
This is where it gets interesting. You might start as an entry-level precision mechanic, but from there you could specialize, like CNC machining, for example.
CNC machining.
Computer numerical control.
Oh, right.
Basically, computer-controlled manufacturing, precision taken to a whole new level. You program the machine to carve these intricate designs, microscopic accuracy.
Wow, that sounds intense.
It's cutting-edge, really fascinating stuff.
So CNC machining, what other specializations are out there?
Well, with the way technology's moving, 3D printing is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And they need skilled professionals who can design, operate, troubleshoot these 3D printing processes in a precision setting.
So the demand's just going to keep growing.
Oh, yeah. Sky's the limit there.
So there's definitely a path for moving up, maybe even becoming a supervisor, a manager someday.
For sure. Leadership roles, if that's your thing.
Okay, so there's room to grow.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't even stop there, right? Couldn't you, take those skills and become an entrepreneur?
Absolutely. Start your own business.
Your own precision mechanic shop.
You're the boss. You choose your projects.
That's the dream.
It's all about finding your niche, your passion.
See, this is what gets me excited. This isn't just about clocking in and out. It's about finding that thing you love, that thing you're good at.
And making it happen.
And RoleCatcher seems like the perfect guide on this journey. It's like they break it all down in a way that feels, targeted.
They make it personalized.
Yeah. It's almost like having a career coach in your pocket.
Well, their resources go deep. Those career guides, super detailed, all aspects of the profession.
So you really get the full picture.
And they even have interview prep materials tailored for aspiring precision mechanics.
That's clutch.
So you're not walking into an interview blind, you're prepped.
I remember prepping for interviews.
Oh, yeah.
And feeling totally lost. Like, what are they even going to ask me? What do they want to know?
Well, with these materials, you're way ahead of the curve. For example, they'll prep you on questions about specific measuring equipment.
Okay.
Like micrometers, calipers, things like that.
Specialized stuff.
Or they might give you a scenario, involve a technical drawing.
Oh, wow. Like a real-world example.
Exactly.
To see how you think on your feet.
Precisely.
That's amazing. Like having a cheat sheet for your career.
Exactly. They've thought of everything.
And then they've got that whole AI thing, right?
Yeah.
That's where things get really interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's next level.
So RoleCatcher has AI tools now. What do they even do?
Imagine you're applying for a job. You input the job description into RoleCatcher.
Okay.
And the AI analyzes it.
Analyzes it how?
It figures out exactly which skills you should be highlighting on your resume.
No way.
Even suggests improvements for your cover letter. Makes it, well, pop.
Hold on. AI is writing cover letters now.
Think of it more like it's your secret weapon.
Okay, less scary that way.
It's all about giving you that extra edge, in a competitive job market.
Because everyone's vying for those same positions.
Exactly. This levels the playing field.
So it's not replacing me, it's just helping me put my best foot forward.
Exactly. It helps you stand out from the crowd.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
It's all about using the tools available.
So we've gone deep on precision mechanics. We talked about the day-to-day, the skills you need, the tech involved.
Even where the future's headed.
And it seems like RoleCatcher is with you every step of the way.
They give you the information you need to make an informed decision.
Which is what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
So, to wrap things up, precision mechanics, it's a field with real potential. If you're driven, you're not afraid of a challenge, you like working with your hands, this could be the path for you.
And if you're ready to take that next step,
RoleCatcher has your back. Check out their guides, their AI tools, all the resources they offer. Until next time, happy job hunting.